Wow, I see that. That's pretty cool. They look kind of like a pair Daddy used to have, I think.
Well, I think these ones were a pair of Daddy's, but Daddy gave them to Jonah.
Oh, you think Daddy gave them to Jonah?
Yeah.
Now you're wearing them?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever have one of those days where you just don't feel like doing anything? It happens to all of us. Sometimes there's just so much to do. You look around and you just sit down and like read a book or a magazine or watch something. And then when you look up, everything is still there and you still don't feel like doing anything. But you got to. Here we are. It is afternoon now, almost 1 o'clock. I just washed the breakfast dishes. Yeah, we all have those days sometimes. I woke up really feeling good and motivated. While the kids were doing their schoolwork, I was like, I'm gonna do all these things, okay? I'm gonna have a morning in the kitchen. I had like 3 or 4 different ideas for things I wanted to make. I was just gonna spend a wonderful time in the kitchen. Then I saw it was only 30-something degrees outside, and that's where it started. I know that's weird, but it kind of killed my mood. Because part of the things that I was wanting to do this morning, I wanted to go outside, do some stuff up at the chicken coop, straighten up the porches, get ready to start planning where I want to put some flowers and stuff out there. But it was cold. Back to cold again. I even went out there just about 30 minutes ago, still cold. So I looked around and I was like, I really need to clean everything up so that I can really enjoy being in the kitchen and baking and cooking and all that. That was killer number 2 of the motivated get things done mood. So it just didn't happen. But then about 11:45, I was like, okay, it's time to shake this off. We gotta get stuff done. How do you get motivated when you don't feel like doing anything? You just gotta get up and you just gotta start something. Think of how you're gonna feel after. Like I started thinking, I don't feel like doing this, but I know how good I'll feel after I get it done. We're ready now, we're motivated. I got everything picked up, got the dishes done. Now we'll move on to the actual list. Dust, vacuum, the table. I need to wash the tablecloth, and I still have the stuff that me and Titus got on our date night from Hobby Lobby and Marshall's. It's still just sitting on the table. I haven't even put it up yet. So we gotta put that stuff up. If I have blueberries in my teeth, I'm sorry. I have my smoothie here and blueberries will be all in my teeth. I'll finish it first and then get rid of the blueberries. I need to wash the eggs and get those in the refrigerator, clean the windows, and I need to write the meal plan on the meal plan chart over here. Also, somewhere in this time, we're gonna make a focaccia to go with supper tonight. If you don't know what that is, it's like a pillowy, almost pizza crusty style bread, but fluffy and wonderful. We're gonna make a garlic parmesan one. All right, here we go. First, I think I'll go ahead and make the focaccia dough because it needs to rise. It has to do a double rise. It has to rise for 1 hour, then we'll put it in the pan and then it rises for another 45 minutes. So we'll go ahead and make that dough. That way it can be doing the 1 hour rise while we clean. We need 1.5 cups of warm water and 1 pack of active dry yeast. We got this lavender honey from Marshall's over the weekend. I was surprised that they had the Savannah Bee Company honey in there, but we have blackberry in here, so we'll use 2 teaspoons of blackberry honey in here.
Mama.
Huh?
I used to have a dinosaur that could transform into a car, and it was blue and it could play songs.
Yeah, I remember it. We'll just stir that around and let this sit while we get our other ingredients real quick. Okay, we're gonna put in 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, that's about 2 tablespoons there. Now we'll start mixing in the flour. I'm just gonna do it a cup at a time. We'll mix in this first cup. Okay, we're just gonna start with this 1/2 cup. So we have 2.5 cups in there now. Well, maybe not quite a half. There we go, that's about 2.5 cups. So we don't want the dough to get too dry. So we might not use all of that 3.5 cups of flour. Now I'll start mixing it by hand here. We'll go ahead and put in this other 1/2 cup. I think we're still fine with that, but I don't don't think we're gonna need that other half, so we're just gonna go with 3 cups. Now I'm gonna grab some spray and I'll spray around the edges of the bowl real quick, and we're just gonna let it do its first rise in this bowl. I sprayed my hand. We'll cover it and let it rise. Alright, the first rise is done. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of this 9x13 pan. And I'm just going to rub it around a little bit. There's how the dough looks. And we're going to spread it out. Just like that, all the way to the edges. And we're going to cover it again, and it's going to rise for 45 more minutes. Time is up on the second rise. So we're gonna put some olive oil on our fingers. This is the fun part. Rub it on there and we go around and poke holes all in the bread. Isn't that wonderful, in the dough? Okay, now I'm gonna brush a little bit of olive oil over the top, and then this is gonna go in the oven. I've already got it preheated. It's gonna go in there for about 10 minutes. Then we're gonna take it out. I'm gonna melt some butter with a little bit of garlic powder. And we're gonna put the butter and garlic powder on there and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Then we're gonna make this focaccia pretty. We're gonna put some little veggie flowers or something on there. So while this is in there for the 10 minutes, I'll be getting that stuff ready. Okay, it was in there for 10 minutes. Got some melted butter right here. I put just a little bit of garlic powder in there. We're gonna spread this all over the top of it. And then we'll just make some pretty little flowers or something on here. Kind of like how we did that flower veggie board the other day. First, I'm gonna put just a little bit of this shaved Parmesan here and there. Green onion. And I'm going to take these cherry tomatoes and we'll cut them in half. That's going to be the middle of our flour. I'm gonna kind of press just a little bit. I might have should have done the flour part before I baked it for 10 minutes, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, there's that one. Now we'll put some chives down here at the bottom. Just kind of like a little bit of grass happening down here. Maybe we should cut that in half. Let's cut the chives in half and then we'll put them there. Somebody need to cut that grass. It's too high. I'm trying to decide if I think we'll just go with that. Now yeah, I think we'll just go with that. I thought about putting some more stuff around the sides, but that's okay. Now, with these extra peppers and all, we'll use that for our salad. There it is. We're gonna put it back in the oven, and it's gonna bake for about 15 to 20 more minutes. Okay, y'all, it's done. And the peppers are staying on there pretty good, even though I didn't put them on first of all, but I would put them on first next time. That way they really sink in while it's baking. You know, when it first rises up while it's baking, it'll rise up over them and they'll stay in place better. But the recipe that I was using said to put it wasn't talking about the flour things, but they just put the garlic butter and Parmesan and some rosemary over the top, and it said to bake it for 10 minutes first and then do that. So that's the reason I did it this way. But yeah, there we go. We'll let it cool and cut a piece to taste test. It's really good, y'all. Y'all know how Pizza Hut's breadsticks are really thick and fluffy? It's kind of like that. It's great. Now, if you want yours to be thicker, I made mine in a 9x13. You can make it in a smaller thing, and of course it'll rise up and be really, really thick, you know. But I wanted to put the flowers and all on it, so I made it in the 9x13. It's great. It's gonna be good with supper tonight.